the Supreme Court could change how votes are counted in these states. This case is one of the most significant challenges to mail-in voting in the country right now. So here's what the case, Watson versus the Republican National Committee, is about. It centers on a state law in Mississippi that allows for mail ballots to be counted if they arrive in a legally determined period following Election Day, as long as they were clearly cast before polls closed on Election Day, often with a postmark. Now, this law was challenged by the Republican National Committee, and what they said was that federal statute means that ballots must be cast and in the hands of election officials on that election day, and no state law can preempt that. The ballots at issue in this case, specifically regarding Mississippi, are quite small, but this case could have significant implications affecting hundreds of thousands of voters across the country. In 2024, in the 14 states that provided data to the Times, at least 725,000 ballots arrived in the legally permissible period following Election Day for mail ballots to be counted. Democrats and voting rights groups view this case as part of an attempt by Republicans to limit the use of mail voting, a method of voting that has been widely embraced by Democrats. Take Virginia. There, 73% of late arriving mail ballots went to former Vice President Kamala Harris. That indicates that there's a large amount, if not all 73%, of late arriving ballots were cast by Democrats. But Republicans could be impacted too. Let's look at Nevada. Douglas and Nye County had the highest mail ballot turnout by percentage. Those deeply red counties voted for President Trump in the 2024 election by more than 30 points. Now, there's another very critical group of voters who could be impacted by this decision: Americans living overseas and military members who are also stationed abroad. And these voters have an especially difficult burden getting their ballots in. They have logistical hurdles and also timing problems. So that is a very significant number of voters who could have their ballots tossed based on a decision made by the Supreme Court.